Welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Serpent. And if you do like these videos, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you all so very much. It's been 90 days of us together, and I wouldn't change it for the world. You guys are amazing. Absolutely amazing. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about all the money. All the money. Not some of the money. All the money. And today, in this particular video, we're not just talking about XRP. We're talking about XRP. We're talking about Flare. We're talking about everything that these two together combined will do in the coming months and years. So strap yourselves in, get that seatbelt on, because I'm about to take you on a rocket ship ride that will last years. This is not something that goes on for a couple of months. This is literally going to go for years, and we will look back at 30th of May 2021 video and look back at this time next year, and I reckon some of these things that I'm about to say, if not all of them, will come out to be true. Now, I had a gentleman by the name of Adrian, and he said to me, how does this whole thing work in regards to, all of the money, if all the liquidity, so how would it circulate? How would it work? What would XRP do? And I think this particular drawing, I went out of my way to make sure to find that, because I think if he had that question, then I'm sure a lot of you would have a similar question around this. And so for me, I wanted to get you some answers. I want to be like, all right, cool. So how will it work? How is it going to work in the long term? And what does all the money mean? So what we have here is we've got the liquidity, which is the pool, which is collateral, right? So it's a pile of assets, gold, silver, oil, assets. Then we have the utility, the hoses, which is the FX market, the supply chains, the SMEs, which are the small, medium enterprises, and cross-border and peer-to-peer and B2B. Then we have supply chains. We've got the fiat-backed system which is collapsing globally, but we do have fiat. And then we have XRP. Asset backed to $1 with ability to provide constant flow of utility, 365, 24/7. And so when we talk about all of the money going through the CBDCs, this is how this structure works. So you got the liquidity, you got the utility, you got the fiat, and then you got the XRP asset backed and on a stable coin of which is called the XRP coin, which is the ledger of the stable coin. So when we talk about all the money, that is all the money. And there'll be one thing in the center of it, which will be the XRP token. But today we're not just talking about XRP. We're also going to be talking about Flare and why Flare is such an exciting part of the future and an exciting part of 2021, because it is about to come out. And I love this, unleashing value. And I think that is so true, right? So 65% of value of blockchain tokens is inaccessible to decentralized applications. I don't know if you knew that, but that all changes once Flare kicks off. Now, stay with me. I'm promised to keep it as simple as possible. I promise to keep it as simple as possible, right? So I found this article from CoinGuru, and it talks about Flare Network, smart contract network for XRP, and basically throughout this article, it talks about what is Flare. So Flare was created by these two gentlemen in order to solve two basic blockchain problems. 3/4 of the value in public blockchain tokens is unable to be used with smart contracts in a trustless manner. That is the issue of immediate need, according to the two founders. The other one is the directions taken in attempting to scale blockchain networks could lead to potential future issues, as many of the new networks are addressing scaling through proof of stake consensus and some variation thereof. All of these protocols derive their network safety from the native token of the blockchain, and this presents both an immediate and long-term problem. So the problem that is currently happening out there within the blockchain, that is where Flare aims to solve these issues. And if you do go on coinbureau.com/review/Flare-Spark-FLR- you will actually get this article, and it talks about it, and it talks about how Flare aims to solve these issues. Because Flare proposes a new way to scale smart contract platforms without linking the security of the network to the value of the token. That would be huge in essence, right? So from an article perspective, it goes well into the overview of how the FXRP overview would look like. So if Flare tried to bring XRP onto the network using just Node, it would also require a group of individuals to come together and use a multi-signature address. And from a diamond perspective, or from a drawing perspective, I have here for you this drawing, but this one here was a little bit blurry, like you can't really see it properly. But I have two things for you to consider today. One of them is the actual proper drawing. So I do encourage you, either screenshot this or try and see if you can find this image yourself, because I think this is really important to start to wrap your head around why these two together are literally going to be dominating. And I think that's really exciting as we head towards June. Maximum second week of July is when we will start to get our Flare tokens. But Flare team have been working already hard behind the scenes, but I highly encourage you to take this, have the picture, and so you get a really good, strong understanding of how this is all going to work and how the two are going to marinate together, which is really important. The other thing as well is on the Flare website, you can actually download the white paper. And so I do encourage you to download the white paper. It's 11 pages. It is technical, so I'm not going to lie. It is quite technical because obviously the problem that is trying to be resolved right now is a complex problem. But if you do like reading, I would highly encourage you to check it out and see what this is all about. And I would love to know in the comments, what do you think of Flare? And have you started to research about Flare? And how do you plan to use your Flare when it arrives? Because I'll tell you what, if you get Flare in your wallet and then you distribute it out or swap it for something else, my God, you need to do your research. And it's not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but I really want you to overthink this. Flare just announced that 4 days ago, this particular announcement, which is something truly exciting, is coming to Flare. And they've got this particular picture here. What does it all mean? I'm not sure yet, but it is very exciting. So for me, go follow Flare, put the follow sign, put the bell on, keep up to date, and it will be really important how much Flare will have an impact on the entire Ripple ecosystem as soon as it launches. So can cryptocurrency survive regulations? This was an article that came out, and obviously Ripple CEO came out and had his opinions about around this, and absolutely they can, and it's just a matter of misunderstanding that is going on at the moment in the marketplace, because nobody really understands blockchain at the moment. I had this discussion with you yesterday. Put 100 people in the room, how many people can explain blockchain? I'd be shocked if it was 12. I like what Crypto Oculus has said here. He's saying that they say Ethereum will flip Bitcoin, but I say XRP will flip them both. A measured move shows a potential of 59x is on the table. What do you think? I'd love to, have these discussions. Of course, when at the moment we're not even sitting on $1 and we're talking about flipping Bitcoin. But in the comments, I want to know, do you see the day that either Ethereum or XRP will flip Bitcoin? I would love to know your participation in the comments below. I think what is happening out there in the market is, in 2020, this is what happened. I bought Bitcoin at 6. I sold it at 3. Then I bought it back at 10. In 2021, I bought it when it was 60. I sold it when it was 30. And now I bought it again at 100 in 22. I'm in at 200,000. I'm out at 100,000. And then welcome back at 300,000. Now, why am I showing you this, right? And it's about time in the market will always beat timing the market. And so hold. That is literally the only reason why I'm showing you this picture. Hold. Instant Cross.Finance has just put XRP also on its ledger, and so you can actually go on here now, and one of the coins that you can switch from is XRP. I found it to be quite cool because obviously the more the merrier, and more exchanges accepting XRP again is part of the game. So I found that pretty cool. But what we'll do now is let's jump into Atani and let's see what the charts are telling us. All right, so we're back in Atani now, and we're on the daily chart. And on the daily chart, what I think is It's really, really interesting on the daily that the daily hasn't really moved that much, from a volume perspective. Like we're still in a bearish look, and I think from a bearish signal here, I can see that 70, 71 being touched again. I really can, because right now I don't have any signals, any indication that we're starting to go up just yet. So, but let's have a look at the hourly and what has been going on there. On the hourly, we have crossed back into a bullish signal, but it's not enough. Like on to have an hourly like that, we need to look at the others. So see, for example, on the 4 hour, it's starting to come back, the MACD, but I'm not 100% certain yet that the bulls are back to truly begin its run. And we still have the anticipation of waiting to see what Bitcoin does, because at the moment the market is influenced by what the big one does, the big dog at the moment. So it'll be very, very interesting. So on the daily, we still have all the signals saying bearish. On the hourly and the 4 hourly, it's starting to say bullish, but I think it's still, for the time being, at least at the time of making this, I think we are still in a bearish segment for now. All right, so let's jump into the charts and let's take a look, what are the scenarios? Okay, so from here, what we're looking for is we're looking for a jump. We're jumping to $1. We need to jump past $1. Otherwise, we will be retesting 50 cents. So it's really, really important. As you know, on the channel, always from day one, have always provided you all the case scenarios. And today, I'm providing you this one to kick off, because that is a possibility. Breaking down this particular trend line, so breaking under 69 and not recovering from it, then the next one we would test would be 50 cents, which from a buying opportunity would be fantastic. The other aspect as well to look at is this particular formation. So we could be looking at one final drop towards the 60, 55 cents area. That, for me, that is also a possibility. We do have to address these issues that could happen. However, from here, retesting that 70 cents, 72 cents is the most likely outcome. Go up to about 80, push back down to about 80, go up 85, push down to 90, and then go forward into $1.20, $1.30 territory. First target $1.33, second target $1.70, third target $2, and push out of the $2 range. That is definitely the mark. As we look forward and we zoom out, what does this look like? It looks like we're in this type of channel, and this type of channel will take us next towards the $4 mark, retrace back, maybe even retrace back to about $2, then go back up to in towards the 20s, move sideways for a bit before we push forward late into 2022 in the $100 and above, which I know has been a question that you guys have asked me. Do you see us going to $100 one day, and by when? So I think this formation is the formation that we're looking for as we head towards the beginning of the new week. And I think going to that $1.20, breaking the $1.20 is very, very, very important from here. So keep a lookout. There's a couple of key things. Breaking the 120, failing to break the 120, we could retest 50 cents and then set ourselves up for what was meant to be May, will most likely be a phenomenal June. And I will leave you with this one here, because the journey is not simple. And the journey is not straightforward. And if it were to be straightforward, everyone would be a day trader. But the journey towards $100 has begun. We have retested throughout May the 70 cents. It has now become a support, and it is ready for takeoff. Thank you, and I look forward to see you on the next episode.